Welcome back, coin hunters and history lovers. Today's video is not for casual viewers, because what you're about to see could completely change the way you look at money forever. We're diving into the top 3 most valuable Eisenhower $1 coins. Coins that once passed through ordinary hands, but today can be worth jaw-dropping amounts. These are not just coins, they are hidden legends, silent fortunes, and pieces of American history that turn spare change into life-changing wealth. Let's get started. The Eisenhower dollar was created to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, a war hero and former U.S. president, and it was struck during a time of massive change in America. By 1978, production was nearing its end, and that alone makes these coins special. When a coin series comes to a close, the final issues often carry a unique importance because they represent the last chapter of an era. Collectors know that the end of a coin's lifespan is often where rarity, demand, value begin to collide in powerful ways. What truly separates an ordinary Eisenhower dollar from an extraordinary one is not just its date, but its condition, metal composition, and striking details. Some 1978 Eisenhower dollars were preserved so perfectly that they appear almost untouched by time. With mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp designs, these coins were not used in everyday circulation, and today they stand as frozen moments of American minting excellence. In the world of collectors, perfection is rare, and rarity fuels value. Then there are the Eisenhower dollars that carry silent errors, the kind you don't notice unless you know exactly what to look for. Slight off-center strikes, doubled lettering, unusual surface textures, or misaligned details can transform a simple dollar into a highly sought-after treasure. These mistakes were never planned, and that is precisely why they matter. A mint error is a fingerprint of history, proof that even the most controlled systems can create something completely unique. Another layer of fascination comes from special strike versions and premium finishes that were never meant for circulation. Some Eisenhower dollars were produced with exceptional care, struck using polished dies and higher standards, resulting in coins that look more like jewelry than money. These pieces were often saved by collectors early on, and today, when found in flawless condition, they can command astonishing prices. The difference between an average coin and a premium example can be life-changing. What many people fail to realize is that value does not always announce itself loudly. A coin does not need to be covered in gold or diamonds to be priceless. Sometimes, value hides in subtle details in the sharpness of Eisenhower's profile, in the depth of the eagle's feathers, or in the untouched fields around the design. These are the qualities experts search for, and these are the qualities that separate common finds from legendary discoveries. The myth that all valuable coins were discovered long ago is simply not true. Even today, rare Eisenhower dollars continue to surface from old collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten storage spaces. Some were bought decades ago for face value and quietly stored away, never examined again. When such a coin is rediscovered in extraordinary condition, it can shock even seasoned collectors with its worth. Market demand plays a powerful role in elevating these coins to elite status. As fewer high-quality examples remain available, competition intensifies. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying history, scarcity, and prestige. A top-grade Eisenhower dollar from 1978 can become a centerpiece of a serious collection. And when demand outpaces supply, prices can climb dramatically. It is important to understand that sensational stories of million-dollar coins are rooted in a simple truth. The rarest, best-preserved examples of any coin series often reach unbelievable prices over time. While not every Eisenhower dollar will make someone rich, the finest examples exist in a completely different financial universe than worn, circulated coins. Knowledge is the dividing line between spending a dollar and securing a fortune. This Is why experts always say, never rush to spend or sell old coins without understanding what you have. A single overlooked detail can mean the difference between a common dollar and a rare collectible. Once a coin leaves your hands, its hidden value may be lost forever. That is why patience, education, and careful evaluation are essential in the world of rare coins. The emotional power of these coins should not be ignored either. Holding an Eisenhower dollar is like holding a piece of American identity. It represents leadership, strength, and a defining period in modern history. Collectors are drawn not only to the money, but to the meaning behind it. And that emotional connection adds another invisible layer of value. As time moves forward, fewer pristine Eisenhower dollars remain untouched. Coins get damaged, cleaned, improperly, or lost, shrinking the pool of high-quality survivors. This natural loss increases scarcity year after year. What seems available today may become nearly impossible to find tomorrow, and that is how ordinary objects quietly evolve into extraordinary assets for those who own Eisenhower dollars. Especially from the late 1970s, the message is clear. These coins deserve respect, protection, and proper examination. Even if a coin does not appear valuable at first glance, its potential should never be dismissed. History has proven again and again that today's overlooked items often become tomorrow's prized treasures. In the end, Eisenhower $1 coins are more than currency. They are reminders that value is not always obvious, that wealth can hide in plain sight, and that knowledge can unlock doors most people never even notice. A single coin, saved instead of spent, studied instead of ignored, could one day tell a story not just of history, but of transformation. So before you dismiss that old dollar coin as spare change, take a closer look. Because somewhere between metal and memory, between history and chance, lies the possibility that what you are holding is not just a coin at all, but a silent opportunity waiting to be discovered. If you want, I can make this even more dramatic. For YouTube, add a powerful opening hook, or adjust it for Urdu or Roman Urdu narration. The Eisenhower $1 coin holds a unique and powerful place in American coin history. Not because it was once rare, but because time, survival, and human neglect slowly transformed ordinary pocket change into something far more mysterious. When these large, heavy dollars were first released into circulation during the 1970s, few people imagined they would ever be discussed alongside words like valuable, scarce, or investment. Most were spent casually, dropped into drawers, or forgotten in jars. Never protected, never preserved, and never respected for what they would later become by 1978. The Eisenhower dollar had reached the end of its journey in U.S. coin production. This final year marked the quiet closing of an era, one that many Americans did not even notice at the time. Inflation, rising metal costs, and changing public preferences pushed the government towards smaller dollar coins, leaving the Eisenhower dollar behind. That quiet exit is precisely what makes certain 1978 Eisenhower dollars fascinating today. Because final year coins often carry a different historical weight than those struck at the beginning. Most people assume that only ancient or gold coins can be valuable, but the Eisenhower dollar challenges that belief. Its value does not come from gold or silver in most cases, but from survival condition, rarity within normal production, and unusual minting characteristics that escaped quality control. Millions were produced, yet only a tiny fraction survived. Without scratches, marks, or wear. Coins that were never spent, never cleaned, and never mishandled slowly separated themselves from the rest. The design itself plays a major role in its appeal, featuring President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a war hero and national leader. The coin carries emotional and historical significance beyond its face value. On the reverse, the bold eagle landing on the moon symbolizes American ambition during the space age. This combination of military strength and scientific achievement gives the coin a story that collectors connect with deeply, especially those who appreciate cold war history and the era of lunar exploration, while standard circulated Eisenhower dollars are still common. The truly valuable examples come from coins that appear ordinary at first glance, but reveal extraordinary traits upon closer inspection. Some coins were struck with sharper details than normal, while others show unusual surface textures, mirror-like finishes, or subtle differences in lettering. These details are invisible to the untrained eye, which is why many valuable coins are still hiding in homes, boxers, and inherited collections. Condition is everything in this world. A 1978 Eisenhower dollar that passed through dozens of hands may only be worth face value. But the same coin preserved in mint condition can multiply in worth dramatically. Coins that were stored away immediately after release, untouched by circulation, now stand apart like survivors of a vanished world. The fewer marks they carry, the louder they speak to serious collectors. There is also a psychological factor driving value. The Eisenhower dollar was unpopular in daily use due to its size and weight, which meant many people rejected it from the beginning. That rejection limited how many people cared enough to save pristine examples. Ironically, the coin's failure as a practical dollar is what helped create scarcity in high-grade condition decades later. Another layer of value comes from minting inconsistencies. During the 1970s, coin production was fast and heavily industrial, and mistakes were inevitable. Slight variations in strike pressure, die alignment, and metal flow created coins that stand apart today. These variations were not intentional. Yet, collectors now hunt them with patience and obsession, knowing that rarity is often born from imperfection. Some Eisenhower dollars exhibit unusually strong strikes, where facial details, lettering, and eagle feathers appear sharper than average. These coins were likely struck early in the life of a minting die before wear softened the details. Such examples are prized because they represent the coin as it was meant to look, not the diluted version most people remember. The market value of these coins did not rise overnight. For many years, Eisenhower dollars were ignored, dismissed as bulky souvenirs from a forgotten decade. Only when collectors began reassessing modern coinage did interest slowly increase. As older generations passed away and estates were examined, untouched coins resurfaced, reminding the collecting world that history often hides in plain sight. Another reason some Eisenhower dollars command high prices is grading. When a coin receives a top-tier professional grade, it enters a very small and exclusive category. At that level, collectors are no longer buying a dollar coin. They are buying one of the best surviving examples known to exist. Competition for such coins can become intense, pushing prices far beyond what most people expect from a modern issue. The phrase "worth millions" often captures attention, but the real story is more nuanced. While not every Eisenhower dollar is a treasure, the right coin in the right condition can reach astonishing figures compared to its original $1 value. What matters is not fantasy, but rarity supported by condition, demand, and documented scarcity within the collector community. Collectors are driven by stories as much as numbers. A 1978 Eisenhower dollar represents the final chapter of large-sized U.S. dollar coins, a symbolic ending to a design philosophy that valued presence and weight. Owning a perfect example is like holding the last page of a book that will never be reprinted. Many valuable coins are lost simply because people clean them. Cleaning removes originality, damages surfaces, and erases history. An untouched coin, even with slight toning or age marks, often holds more value than one polished to artificial shine. This is why experts repeatedly warn collectors to resist the urge to improve a coin's appearance. Inheritance plays a significant role in discoveries. Coins saved by parents or grandparents often sit untouched for decades, their importance unrecognized. When these collections resurface, they sometimes contain coins that avoided circulation entirely. Such moments are where ordinary families stumble into extraordinary value. The Eisenhower dollar also benefits from nostalgia. For those who lived through the 1970s, it represents a time of change, uncertainty, and ambition. Nostalgia fuels collecting, and as demand grows, so does competition for the best remaining examples. Scarcity increases every year. Coins are lost, damaged, or melted, while demand remains steady or grows. This imbalance slowly pushes values upward, especially for coins already considered difficult to find in high condition. Time itself becomes a silent partner in the coin's appreciation. What makes this coin particularly dangerous to ignore is how easily it can be overlooked. It looks common, feels ordinary, and carries no obvious luxury. That is precisely why so many valuable examples remain undiscovered, sitting in drawers where no one thinks to look twice. Owning a potentially valuable Eisenhower dollar is not about instant wealth, but about awareness. Understanding what you have is the first step toward protecting it. Spending such a coin without inspection could mean losing something irreplaceable. The Eisenhower dollar teaches an important lesson. Value is not always loud. Sometimes it hides behind familiarity, waiting for knowledge to reveal it. Coins like these reward patience, curiosity, and restraint in the end. The story of the 1978 Eisenhower $1 coin is not about metal alone. It is about time, history, survival, and the strange way ordinary objects become extraordinary when the world moves on without them. That is why, if you own US dollar coins, you should pause before spending them, because one quiet piece of history could be holding far more than a single dollar's worth of meaning. The Eisenhower dollar is more than metal. It is a symbol of power, leadership, and a turning point in American history. It carries the face of a man who shaped the modern world, and behind that face lies a story of rarity, mistakes, and forgotten treasures. When you understand which Eisenhower coins matter and why, you begin to see that value is not loud, it is hidden. In today's video, we are focusing on the top 3 Eisenhower $1 coins, pieces so rare and so desirable that they sit at the top of collector wish lists. These are not myths, not exaggerations, and not clickbait fantasies. These are real coins with real stories that have shocked the numismatic world time and time again. What makes these coins so powerful is not just their age, but their condition, their striking details, and the moments of chance that created them. A tiny variation, an unexpected error, or a perfectly preserved surface can separate a $1 coin from a 5-figure or even 6-figure treasure. And the most fascinating part is that many people never notice these differences. As we count down these top Eisenhower dollars, remember this: rarity is created when demand meets scarcity. And Eisenhower dollars, especially the most exceptional examples, are disappearing fast. Coins get damaged, cleaned incorrectly, or lost forever, making pristine survivors more valuable with each passing year. Collectors are not just buying coins. They are buying history frozen in time. They are buying the final chapters of an era when large dollar coins were still part of everyday American life. And when it comes to Eisenhower dollars, the most valuable pieces often come from moments when the mint never expected perfection or failure to matter so much. Many people assume that only gold or silver makes a coin valuable, but Eisenhower dollars prove that assumption wrong. What truly drives value is uniqueness. A rare strike, an unusual finish, or a minting flaw can elevate a coin into an entirely different financial universe. This is where the ordinary ends and the legendary begins. The top Eisenhower coins are not famous because they were meant to be. They are famous because they survived. They survived time, neglect, circulation, and misunderstanding. And today, They stand as proof that history rewards those who look closer than everyone else. As we explore these top 3 Eisenhower $1 coins, imagine how many similar treasures were spent, lost, or ignored. Imagine how many fortunes slipped through fingers simply because someone didn't know what they were holding. Knowledge is the real currency here. And today, you are gaining it. Every serious collector remembers the moment they realized a simple coin could be worth more than a car, a house, or even a lifetime of savings. Eisenhower dollars have created those moments again and again. And the coins we are about to discuss are perfect examples of how quiet objects can carry loud value. This video is not about hype, it is about awareness. Because once you understand what makes these coins special, you will never casually spend another old dollar coin again. You will look closer. You will question more. And that alone puts you ahead of millions of people. The beauty of Eisenhower dollars is that they still exist in the real world. They are not ancient artifacts buried underground. They are coins that could be sitting in collections, drawers, or inherited boxes right now, waiting for the right eyes to recognize them. Time is the greatest force shaping coin value. The longer these rare Eisenhower dollars remain scarce, the more powerful their value becomes. And history has shown that coins once considered interesting often become unreachable within a single generation. This is why collectors never stop searching, never stop learning, and never stop examining details others overlook. A single coin can redefine a collection, and in rare cases, redefine a person's future. Eisenhower dollars have done exactly that. As we move closer to revealing the top 3, remember that not every Eisenhower coin is rare, but the rare ones are unforgettable. They leave behind auction records, collector legends, and stories that continue to grow with time. If you own Eisenhower dollars, this video matters to you. If you've ever handled old coins, this video matters to you. And if you believe opportunity no longer exists in ordinary places, this video is about to challenge that belief completely. So don't rush, don't skip, and don't underestimate what comes next. Because the top 3 Eisenhower $1 coins are not just valuable. They are proof that fortunes don't always announce themselves. Sometimes they whisper, "Stay with me," because what we're about to uncover next might make you look at every old coin in your life very differently. And now, let's begin the journey into the top 3 most valuable Eisenhower $1 coins, where history, rarity, and hidden wealth collide.